Hey, howdy y'all. How are y'all?
Hi everyone.
Okay, today we have a unique story. It's another review of Transformers, and for all you Transformer fans out there, we want to know, do y'all know what what Transformer does this gun belong to?
And if this gun looks familiar to you, we will find out what this gun belongs to when we turn the camera around. So stay tuned for that.
All right. Hey, howdy y'all. How are y'all doing? Of course, I'm Dad, and this is Colton.
Hi everyone.
So, today, we're going to be taking a look at the Duocons. And did y'all guess what gun that come out after? What Transformer?
It's from one of these Duocons. And both of these here, the vehicle here and this helicopter, are both part of what we're about to show you in the transformation. Same for the tank and the jet here.
Correct.
And these Duocons do have names. The one here, which is the vehicle and the helicopter, is named Battle Trap, and the one with the tank and the jet is named Flywheels. He is also named as a different robot character.
But we'll get off into that later on. Right now, y'all, this is the G1 Duocons. Now, what makes these unique is these were some of Shockwave's experiments. Evidently, when I got off into the bios, there was more of them, but they failed. So these were the only ones that were complete, somewhat success from Shockwave. And you'll find that out as I get off into the bios of each one of these. Okay, what we're going to do, we are going to start out with Battle Trap first. So we're going to move those out the way and put Battle Trap in the spotlight. So, as you can see, we have a 4x4 kind of truck SUV.
I guess you can call it that.
Yeah. Now, you got to remember G1, the technology wasn't as sharp as what it is today. So they did the best that they could do with what they had at the time. And these were 1980s figures. So I'm going to let Colton turn this guy around, and y'all going to look at him, and then he's going to take the helicopter and turn him around while I read the bio for Battle Trap.
And the vehicle part of the Battle Trap here does, of course, as you can see, has a couple of stickers on him, which is the front headlights and the front bumper, and also the windows here.
Yes.
And the side windows here.
Yep.
And it looks like that they're still intact after all these years. Well, the front headlights and the front grille is a little worn out, like the corners here.
But one thing to keep in mind is keep that tow bar right here in mind. There's a reason why I'm saying that. Just keep it in mind for later on. I'll show you why.
And you do, of course, have the classic heat signature or the rub symbol here.
And I don't know if it worked because I haven't really tried it. Okay. Alright. I am going to get off into the BIOS of Battle Trap. Okay.
I'm gonna test this out to see if it shows the Decepticon symbol.
Okay, Battle Trap, the subgroup. This is part of the Duocons. This is some of Shockwave's experimental things that he did just for joy. Did it work?
It did work. Oh, you can barely see it right there. The Decepticon symbol there.
Okay. Alrighty. So now, go ahead and put him right beside, right here. And if you want to, just take them, spin them around real slowly. You know, each one. Okay, getting on with it. Battle Trap subgroup Duocons. Function is assault team. Their saying is, we're only half of a whole, but double the trouble. Battle Trap is a team of one. One of Shockwave's earlier experiments to create Transformers with two vehicles that join to form a single robot. Battle Trap is enormously cruel. The two vehicles enjoy trapping an opponent between them and baiting him around. This is their idea of fun before destroying them. Usually after combining into robot mode. Cruelty is the unifying factor of Battle Trap's personality, and it ironically makes him the most well-adjusted of the unusual disturbed Duocon Transformers. The consistency of the emotions allow him to manage to have his consciousness spread between the two segments. Other words, these guys right here, they like to play a game kind of called cat and mouse. They will get the bait, be it an Autobot or whatever, and then surround them. And then while they're basically firing at them from the air and from the ground, be it Autobot or whatever they're doing, then they move in as one to combine as Battle Trap and then ultimately destroy it. This guy transforms, his alt mode is a 4x4 truck. And this guy right here, he is a kind of a copter, a army helicopter.
And also, about the helicopter part of Battle Trap, I didn't notice this until now, but as you can see, it looks like he does have some, like, some color changes here. Because as you can see, this front part is gray where the cockpit of the helicopter is, but the back here, as you can see, is turning a little yellow over time.
Yes.
It may be from the
just age.
Or the sun.
Or, you know, we don't know. These are over definitely 25 years old. So anyway,
and the stickers on the helicopter part of Battle Trap is also looking like they're still in great shape after all these years, except it does of course have a little bit of wear and tear on it. And it does have the Decepticon sticker here on the front cockpit, and on the side here, as you can see, he of course does have the heat signature or the rub symbol, which of course does show the Decepticon symbol, like here on the front cockpit. And the only features that the helicopter has is the propeller does spin around. And there's nothing that the vehicle part of Battle Trap does. Although his gun here, as you can see, can fit on the top of the vehicle part of Battle Trap, and it does detach from this hole and this peg here. And I think I'm looking around to see if there's any holes where you can plug the gun into, and it looks like there isn't.
just plugs in the top for his vehicle mode. Now, y'all remember what I said about keeping that part right there in mind? Because we have something to actually look at that is kind of, I guess you would say, is second generation. This is his first. This is original G1. Now Colton's going to bring out the other things that we have. So, alright. You see that one?
Because we do have the new updated Battle Trap. And they're from the Power of the Primes line, which I have reviewed.
So we're going to be taking a look at both of these right quick and compare them side by side and how today's it changed from G1 to the second generation. And like I said, he still has that bar right there, that tow hook, that tow cable. So it's there with the G1, and then the second installment, they still included it right there. They kept the windshield the same, red. The lights are still yellow. Now there's no rub symbol on this one like there is with the G1.
Also, the only differences that I can see here is the original one is a more darker blue, whereas the newer one here is a more lighter blue. And also, the Power of the Primes version does have this part here on the top, whereas the original one does not. This is actually the robot mode chest of the other guy, but that does transform into this, and he does have a name, but I forgot what his name is. I have done a review of this before, but I forgot what his name is. But if y'all know what this guy's name is, let me know in the comment section below, because this guy does have his own robot mode, whereas this does not.
His name's Road Trap. Is that his name? Road Trap?
I think that this guy's name is Road Trap. I think
so. I'm not 100% sure, but
because this guy does have his own robot mode.
Okay. What they did was, for this second generation, this guy does not transform. This guy actually transforms into his own robot. We're going to get off into that here in a minute, but we're going to take a look at the helicopters now and take him out the way. This is the helicopters now.
And I think I know that this guy's name. His name is Battle Slash. Yes. But Battle Slash. It is this guy's name. And the differences with the original versus the new one is this helicopter mode of Battle Trap looks a lot slimmer, whereas this one looks a lot thick and bulky, because you could see it just looks all chunky and thick. And it does have a hole here, but this will come into play later on as we get to the robot mode of this helicopter mode, because yes, this does have his own robot mode.
So we're going to take a look right quick and see what similar features they kept from G1 to this new generation of Transformers. Well, they kept the Decepticon insignia on top, where both of them have Decepticon insignias on both top parts of the cockpit. And that is pretty much it.
And this guy's propellers does, of course, spin, but it is hindering some things. But it does spin around like the original one here does.
Right. Yep. So now we're going to get the G1 other part of the battle trap right here, and now along with his gun, we can't forget his weapon. And now we are going to put this guy on top of this guy, and we are going to see what happens. Now this is a 25-year-old action figure, somewhat say. So some of the springs, you got to kind of help it along, but it does work.
But the springs on Battle Trap and also flywheels doesn't really quite work on these versions of what we got here.
So what's going to happen is these pegs right here and this slot right here is going to fit in here. And originally, when you put this slot peg into this slot, it pushes on this spring and it's supposed to push up to make battle trap, sorry.
And I think before you attach the helicopter onto the vehicle here, you may need to like flip these out first.
No, that's when you push into helicopter, it automatically does it. It's supposed to. So we'll see. We will see. Okay. Okay, now see what happened there? Okay. Alright, that helicopter sits right there and it's supposed to spring up, out, and then this.
I think you need to detach the helicopter part to make it fold down.
I think it's supposed to do that all at one time. See? Just like that.
Just like that.
It's supposed to do it all at one time, but like I said, this is over a 25-year-old toy here. Action figure.
And you can see you can detach the guns onto these holes on both sides here.
Now,
and that is his robot mode.
Right. This is his robot mode, and the G1 Transformers were notorious for being big, blocky, and not having a whole lot of articulation. So if you're expecting to get any arm articulation out of it, no. You're not going to get any of that, because that, and I don't know how well it's coming up, but that is his molded in arm. It don't move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I can see his little hand right there.
That's what I'm saying. For G1, but it was all we had at the time. See, that's his hand. It's molded in place. It's not going to move. So what they did was they just put the weapon on the shoulder, right there.
Although the only articulation you may get is you can kind of like bend him down, but he will kind of spring up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get you with my blade. That, and he can. No, he don't. He don't have no head articulation. Neither of them.
I was wondering if he had some head articulation, but he doesn't.
Nope. Only thing he can do is he can roll. He can't even walk, but he can roll. This right here is Battle Trap. And like I said, what makes them unique is they work in sequence with both modes. And their vehicle mode and their copter mode. The bio to this guy of Battle Trap is they work well as a team. They first entrap their people or Autobot person or whatever they're going after, and then they circle it and then they kind of play with it, and then they merge into Battle Trap and then move in for the kill. They're in sync with the combined ratios to make them a robot. That's important because when we get finished with this guy, the next guy is nothing like that. So anyway, that is Battle Trap, and we are going to take him out the way.
And take these out of the way.
Yeah, take those out the way for right now. The next guy that we have
is flywheels.
Is G1 Flywheel. Flywheels. The subgroup is Duocon. This is another one of Shockwave's experiments to take two alt modes and combine them and make one robot mode. Except for this guy has got major issues. Okay, to get on to the bio for Flywheel, his function is Assault Team. The saying is, believe in yourself, but only if you both agree. The BIOS is another Shockwave's experiments to create a transformer with 3 modes. Flywheel is the least stable of the surviving Duocons. His personality components are split between his 2 vehicle halves, and each one has its own level of opinion. Unfortunately, unlike Battle Trap, Flywheel's 2 segments rarely agree on anything. Despite his attempts to be unbeatable and to keep things together, each one is jealous of the other's abilities, making them more likely to fight each other than the Autobots. Since his personality components refuses to completely merge in robot mode, the 2 side arguments often continue even when Flywheels is his whole robot mode. His main weakness and abilities and is in his personality. He often is distracted himself with his personality arguments in between both of them in the middle of combat. These guys can't get along. You got one who don't like the other, or this one's jealous of him and he's jealous of this one. They can't get along even in robot mode when they combine into one to form Flywheel. To form Flywheels, they're still arguing with each other as separate components to make one, and they just can't get it together. Not like Battle Trap, where it's all in sync as one group. This guy can't have it together to save anything. So, like I said, that was pretty unique, and this is some of Shockwave's experiments that didn't go over so well. So, with that, there is another segment of him of this second generation. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It is Skytread.
Who is also named... Well, it is a, like...
rendition of Flywheels, but it's not Flywheels. Evidently, Flywheels, this guy got destroyed. Because the newer, updated, in the Siege Line version of Transformers, his name is Skytread. So don't be confused, this is original G1 Flywheels. Not Skytread, this is Flywheels. G1 Duocon. Alright, go ahead.
So let's first take a look at the tank mode itself. And there's not a whole lot to it.
I think his gun can move a little bit up and down his barrel. Yeah, that's about it. Yep.
Yes, the turret of the tank does move up and down.
At the barrel.
And you do have another gun here, which can be stored here, or you can remove it if you want to. And it does have a lot of nice molded in detail, but they're not picked out in paint. And you do have the treads here.
Yeah, but there's no rollers. No rollers. He just glides. He just slides.
He just like slides.
He has no rollers on the bottom whatsoever.
And he does have the rub symbol, which does reveal the Decepticon symbol itself. And
that's about it. There's not a whole lot to these, guys.
And here's the jet mode here. It's just all casted in like I guess you could call this like a magenta purple plastic.
Yes. I don't know. To me, it looks dark red. I don't know. Yeah.
And it does have a lot of molded in detail, but of course they're not picked out in paint. But you do have the Decepticon symbol sticker here, and the rub symbol here, and you can clearly see the Decepticon symbol here, which is already been revealed. Well, almost revealed.
Yeah.
It just only shows up a little bit.
Due to the age. Due to the age. So we are going to put these two together and make flywheels. So show them which part's going to connect to what. This part right here is going to go in that hole. And then these two are going to go here and here. And when you do that, he's supposed to push up and pop up. So, yay! Only half of them popped up. No.
I think you need to move these out a little bit.
Oh! Hey! How about that?
He actually worked. Let's see if we can do that again.
We're going to see if we can do that again. That was impressive. Yay!
He actually worked a lot better.
Wait a minute, gotta move it up some. Move up the camera. Okay, now let's do that one more time. We're gonna do that one more time. Okay. This is how it's supposed to happen. Just like that.
He actually worked a whole lot better
Then
Battle Trap.
Battle Trap. Yep.
So you need to like move these out, which will become his arms, so he can spring up. And you can't have him hold his little gun here in one of these holes in both of his hands.
Yeah.
And here we have flywheels in robot mode.
Alright, zoom in on him right quick. That is flywheel. I cannot believe he actually worked. Yay, he actually worked. Yay.
And there's his head sculpt right there.
Right. No, he does, sir. I'm surprised we got that much articulation out of his arms, but we did. You know.
And the only articulation is that his arms can only move in and out.
Right.
And that's it. And you do get some new sticker detail here, which are in great shape after all these years.
Mm-hmm. So that is flywheels. Now, I got a question for y'all. Let's go ahead and put him off to the corner. Get the other guy, Battle Trap. Put him right there. There we go. Good. I got a question for y'all. Now, don't the names kind of sound backwards? I'm thinking, okay, you have a helicopter that merges with a truck. And his name's Battle Trap. And then you have a jet that converges with a tank. And his name is Flywheels. I would think this would be Flywheels and this would be Battle Trap. But hey, what do I know? You know, this is what they called them back in earlier years. And there was no hardly any kind of articulation. Go ahead and transform them guys right there.
Into their own robot mode.
Yes, transform them into their own robot modes right quick. And that's just kind of interesting how they did this. And I thought that the bios were pretty good too, because what's going on here is you have one guy, well, excuse me, you have two components right here. Battle Trap, who are excellent assault team. When they merge, they become in sync with each other. Where you have this guy right here, he don't know what to do with himself. He is arguing with himself, with his own components, with him that merges to make him him. You have one component that's jealous of the other one, and vice versa. Where these guys over here, they're not jealous. They work in sync as a team to obliterate and destroy. Where these guys right here, they can't get along. They are more happy arguing with themselves than actually doing anything else. So that's kind of unique. That's pretty weird. The second generation did a better job with these guys. The second generation of, I call them the Duocons, but they're not. This is the original Duocons of G1. They did a better version of giving them more articulation and the more sleekness and design of them today compared to what we had in the 1980s, and this was it. I remember, I think we might have had just the helicopter when we was kids. I'm not sure. I think we had one of them, but I can't remember which one vehicle we had.
Okay.
So, and this is what I mean by, like, we're going to move him out the way some. I do not have Skytread, but we do have this guy right here, who is almost the same height as, move him a little bit further out the way. So, what they did with Battle Trap here is they gave him, this guy now transforms into this guy.
And this was the vehicle part of Battle Trap. And this was the helicopter part of Battle Trap.
Correct.
And like I said, both of these are named Battle Slash and Road Trap.
I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. Road Trap? Hold on. Just to tell you, it is Road Trap. Road Trap. That's his name. Yes. Battle Slash and Road Trap. So they even gave these guys individual names. What did I say his name was? Battle Slash and Road Trap. Road Trap. Now I'm going to let Colton take these two out the way, and he's going to merge them into Battle Trap right quick. So as the saga goes on of Transformers, they're updating them, they're making them more better. Technology is there for today with the actual engineering and the plastics and the way that they are made. This was something that I wish that we had back when when we were kids. But we only had this to work with. And that's okay. Because everything has to have a zero origin point. And this is the 0 point origins of what's coming out today. If it was not for these guys, there would be no today's Battle Trap, or there would be no Skytread in today's time. So it's never, like I said, and understand where you're at today, you have to look at the past. So this way it can make sense in today when you say, where did this originate from? Well, this is where the Duocons originated from. And like I said, we're just going to take this gun out right here. We're going to pull off this part right here, if I can get it off. That is 1/2 of flywheel.
And I got the Battle Trap, the new updated one, all done.
Okay. And these pretty much just fold in on themselves to form an assault team. And now Colton has got the new Battle Trap.
So you can see how it looks with the original one.
Right.
And how tall the new updated one is.
Right. This is the new one. And like I said, he is awesome. He looks great. In today's time, there's no comparison. This guy hands down wins over this guy. It's more beefier. There's more articulation. He's just all there. So that is the comparison.
And there is a new updated version of flywheels, or as what they're calling him in the Transformer Siege line, Skytread. But I don't have the new updated one.
Yeah, we don't have him. Later on when we get him, we'll definitely do a comparison of a now and then, which we haven't done in a little while. So this is just to give y'all some point of origin of where this guy actually come from. He come from the original G1.
And this is from the Power of the Primes, Transformers toy line.
So that is about it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It was kind of long and cumbersome, I know that, but I feel like it's important to give y'all some point of origin of how all this stuff become to where it is today. And it all started with the G1 toy line. It all started with the G, because without G1, we wouldn't have it today. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. This is the review of the Duocons. I'm going to let Colton wrap it up. And y'all have a good one. Y'all take care. Y'all take care of each other. We'll talk to you later.
And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. Or if you want to, y'all could also follow me or support me on Patreon. And I will leave a link to my Patreon account in the description box down below. Or you can click on the little Patreon box right here in this corner. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.